Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys doing today? Today is the 27th of January, and it's your girl Janine with Symphony Reads. And please forgive me. I really did do a post yesterday, and I don't know what I did. I somehow deleted it, and I was I deleted it, and I don't know what I did, and I don't know how, but I said, okay, I'll just have to do it again today. So this particular post is for what should have been done yesterday on the 26th, and I wanted to take a moment and before we get started to just pray for those who lose the ones they love, whether it be a husband, child, mother, father, aunt, uncle, whatever. When I say whatever, is whatever, whoever you lost. My heart goes out, and I pray with you all in dealing with the loss of your loved one. And to know that, Bible tells you, Ecclesiastes, there is a time to mourn. So don't feel like you can't, and how you mourn, I don't know, is how you mourn. But know that there is a set time for mourning, just like there is a set time for the sun to rise and the sun to go down. And it's okay to mourn. It's okay to be in that spot and space. As Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed away, along with other families that was on that helicopter. I think it was a mother-daughter, I think another mother-daughter, a mother, I think, and then a husband and wife and child, a daughter, I believe, along with Kobe Bryant and his daughter, passed away yesterday in the morning. And, I know my Facebook lit up. I mean, I think every post just about had to do with that. And I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not really into sports that much. I did know who he was. I did know that, he was a good, great basketball player. My heart goes out to his wife. My heart goes out to the families. Again, because it's not just him and his daughter. There were other families also on that were involved. And my heart goes out to the families that are left to mourn, to bury, to try to wrap their head around this, because we're not talking a sickness. Everyone was perfectly healthy from what I understand. And, this is not a sickness. This is a tragedy, because, it's not something anybody was expecting, and that's what makes it shocking. It was just like, but I just saw you yesterday, and I've had that happen to me before with a coworker. He was IT, so he was talking to me on the phone, trying to help me fix an IT problem at work. And, hey, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Just talk. And that, come the next day, the morning, his partner comes in, and you could just see it on his face that something was just terribly wrong. And he was so sad and distraught. And I was like, well, what's wrong? And he's like, so-and-so passed. What? He got what? What do you mean he passed? I just talked to him last night. And again, so we never know times or hours of people's passing. And sometimes when a person is sick, and you kind of at some point maybe think, wow, this is more of a possibility when they're suffering with some type of sickness. But when you don't have that sickness, it's just like really hard to wrap your mind around this person is gone. And my heart goes out to the families and, all the surviving relatives, all the friends. Just my heart goes out. And we stand in prayer with you, that God consoles you, that when you cry unto him, and he will console you. It's like I said, it's okay to mourn. I know many people who feel like it's not okay, it's a weak thing, you don't do that, but it's okay. There's a time for it, and we never understand sometimes why these things happen this way, but we should trust and continue to trust in God and know that they're with him, that they're safe with him. And it might not seem like it now, but you can heal from this. You'll never forget them. They're always in your heart and your memories. But you can heal. You can heal. So, like I said, my prayers go out to all, because it's not just, Kobe Bryant. Like I said, it was more people on that plane, but people pass every day. And, the families are left to deal with that and to mourn it. So I just, my heart goes out to any and everyone that has passed. And I pray for the families as they deal with the grief and what they have to do. So my heart goes out to you guys. Much love. Much love. So this is Symphony Reads. I'm going to try to keep this as close. You can always give us a call. Leave us a voicemail if you have to, for prayer concerns, prayer requests, any comments, any questions, anything that you're dealing with. If you just want to talk, or whatever have you, you can call us 240-681-9275. That's 240-681-9275. You can also leave us an email, and that is symphonyreads@gmail.com. symphonyreads@gmail.com. So again, like I said, this is for January 26th, which I missed because I have no idea what I did with the video that I did make. I made it, at night, but I don't know what I did. I really have no idea what I did. So let me just jump right into that. It was the 26th, and it was about karma. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. How people treat you is their karma, and how you react is yours. And that's from a Wayne W. Dyer. I'm not 100% sure who that is. Well, again, kind of dealing into something that I do know and don't know. I don't necessarily deal in karma, in the sense of it being a belief. I'm sorry, I keep switching because I'm also using a computer. That I deal in. So, what do I know about karma, and I will say it, I don't know much. I know that I believe karma, how I've understood it in the past, when it comes to karma, is the old saying, what goes around comes around. So that's how I understand karma, and I'm not saying that's the definition. That's just, when I heard the word karma, when I read it, I was like, what goes around come around. That's where my mind went with karma. And the question is, does what goes around come around? It can. I like to see it more as, in scripture, like in Galatians, says, what is it? Help me remember. Let me pull it up. Well, whatever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. That's kind of where, scripture wise, spiritually, that I go when I think about that. And I will just say, how you treat people is, to me, an indication of how you want to be treated. If you treat people bad, don't necessarily expect that at some point you won't have people to treat you bad. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. When you treat people a certain way, when you sow certain behaviors into existence, when you put it in that ground, and these are the behaviors, and you allow those behaviors to grow up, don't be surprised if what you see sprout out, the harvest of that is foolishness. You know what I mean? And when I say that, if you plant and sow anger, hate, deceit, why are you surprised at the harvest being anger, hate, deceit? Why would you be surprised at that? You want to, you plant a bad harvest, you will get a bad harvest, period. You can't plant evil and expect good to sprout out. You just, So I believe just treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to be treated with respect, give respect. And a lot of people's like, well, I don't give what I don't get. And you will never get anywhere. You just won't. You won't. You'll be sitting there just waiting for something that may or may not show up. And then you're upset. I've always believed when people, I spread love because I want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, I don't want people I don't want to say not to like me. That's not what I'm saying. But I give out love because I want love back. I want the respect of love back. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, I forgive, as we know in the Bible, because I hope somebody would forgive me if I did something wrong. So I try to put myself in that place where, wow, I might not have done what they've done, but you know what? I've done some stuff that I really want to be forgiven for. So how do I look not forgiving another person for whatever they've done and they're asking for forgiveness? So yeah, when I see this, I'm just, you can't control how people are going to treat you. You can't control that. And that's not to say you like it because they treat you a certain way. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can't control it. That's not in the confines of your control. I can be walking and I can have people be just mean, dirty, and nasty to me for whatever reasons. I can't control that reaction. Sometimes it's a surprise to me. Like, what? But what I can control is how I treat people and how I react to how they treat me. I can only control my own actions. And so, like I said, if I want love, I have to give love. You know what I'm saying? I have to sow that seed of love so that I can harvest it back. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So just, I'm not, like I said, I don't know a whole bunch about karma. And, I do know it's, I believe that's Hinduism, karma. Let's look it up real fast. I don't know. I think is Hindu, maybe Buddhist. Maybe a little both. Let's look up the definition. Yeah, it says in Hinduism and Buddhism, is the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. Destiny or fate follow as effect from cause. Okay. Yes, that's when I say I don't know. I hear people talk about karma all the time, but I don't necessarily deal in karma. Karma does not come in the Bible. So that's why it's just, it's not something that I necessarily, oh Lord, know a whole bunch about, because I don't, it's not in my religion. So it's not something that I was taught or anything like that. That I, not from anything. And I'm just really looking really fast. And I guess it does. Let me see. Maybe it's just not called karma, but like I said, I have to really look into it a lot better. Like I said, the way I was always taught about karma is, what goes around comes around. And, that's just what I really understand of karma. So I can't even give you a better understanding of, that. But I just know that you can't control how other people treat you, but you can't control how you treat other people. And I do believe 100% in you will reap what you sow. You'll reap it. So, you sow bad. I believe, the product of that is just bad. If you sow good, I believe the product of that is good. I believe if you have a bad tree, it's not going to produce good fruit. That's just how I see it. So, I wish I had a better way of not explaining, but seeing how this is a positive, encouraging thought, except for just, control you and what you do, and not be so controlled by trying to control what everybody else is doing. Just because other people are being mean, does that mean you should be mean? No. Does that mean to let a person walk all over you? No. I'm just saying, your first reaction shouldn't be one of a negative way of approaching or handling a situation. You know, you've heard the term kill them with kindness. You know, you want to make a person real mad, be good to them. Be positive to them. I'm gonna tell you, they will. Oh, you don't know. They're gonna boil under their skin trying to figure that one out. So that's what I have for that one. This is for January 26th. Karma. How people treat you is their karma, but how you react is yours. So, what you reap is what you sow. That's how I believe it. That's what stood out and kind of came to my mind. So, leave a comment. Let me know. Maybe you can teach me something a little bit more about karma. I'm just not into karma chakras or anything like that. So, it's hard for me to talk on what I don't know, what I really just don't know. So, be blessed. Have a wonderful night. I will come back in a couple of moments to do today's. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 28. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.